I think I'm going to learn to read and write. We're going to do a play. I think we're going to do work at school. I think I'm going to write at school.
Game.
I think we're going to play a game. Something important. I think the teachers will be nice. Play outside. Things that the school children would do. Homework. Reading. Read and write. And do homework. And we won't just straight away write or read. It'll be like kinder first.
So the important thing to remember is that we want your child's transition into school to be as easy and as happy as possible. Your child will have already been to the school with the kindergarten, but if you'd like to familiarise them further with the school environment, you could do that by bringing them here during the school holidays, just so it's not so strange and new next year. And please, as the principal has already mentioned, if you have any problems or questions, please don't hesitate to speak to me about them. I already have your enrolment cards or emergency forms, but if you haven't given me proof of age or emergency phone numbers, would you please do that before you leave here? Thank you. I hope your contact with the school will continue to be rewarding. Thanks for coming.
All schools will try to make your child's time at school as happy as possible. Your child may be given the opportunity to do things that may not have been available to you at school. So if you want to know about anything that your child is doing, please ask. The information card you're asked to fill in is very important. It allows your child's teacher to know such things as any special medical concerns the school should be aware of, as well as who has permission to collect your child from school and how you might be contacted during the day. It's particularly important to carefully list phone numbers where you may be reached during the day. And if these change at any time, please let the school know immediately.
Am I going to school today, Mummy?
Jane is coming to take you to see your new school in just a minute.
Am I going to learn to read and write?
Not all in one day. School doesn't really start today. Not until you've had 2 more sleeps. Jane is just coming to show you and Glenn how you can find things around your new school.
Hi! You ready for school? I want my Mummy to come with me.
Josie, you're a big girl now. Soon you'll be going to school all by yourself. Jane is coming to show you the way today. I will stay here and make us some lunch. And you know what? I'm going to put yours and Glenn's lunch in your school lunchbox so you can have it just like you would at school. Okay? Good.
Good girl. Here, you take my other hand. Come on, Glenn.
Bye-bye.
Some children may have unrealistic expectations about school. Encourage them to discuss these so that you can explain that learning at school is just like learning things at home. Like doing up buttons or brushing teeth, it takes time to fully master. Encourage your child to think of school as a happy place.
Bye.
Now, when school starts, there'll be an adult here to help you cross the road. There'll also be 2 red flags, one here and one here, that say school crossing. So even if you're with me or Mummy, make sure you always cross here and never, ever, ever anywhere else down the road. But for today, when the flags are not out, what do we sing? Look to the right, look to the left, look to the right again. Then, if the road is clear of traffic, walk straight across the road. Don't run, walk straight across the road, don't run. Walk straight across the road, don't run. Hold on a minute, kids, back here. Now, let's see if we can find things like the tuck shop and the toilets.
The tuck shop's over there. What's the tuck shop? A tuck shop is where you buy your lunch and things. Simon! Hi, Simon. Hi, JB. Hi, Simon. Hi, Glenn. I'll show them around, Mum.
I'm Jane. I think we met last year at the school meeting.
Oh, yeah, I'm David.
Hi.
My son's name's Simon. I've just been getting him used to the school grounds.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was a good idea too. Glenn, that's my son. He's been so excited. He tries on his school clothes at least twice a day.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've had to put Simon's name tags on everything, whether it's for school or not. He's got new books, pencils, school bag, everything.
Well, I think you need the school bag with the school supplies, all the books and pencils he might need.
Ah, so he'll only need bag and lunch.
Well, he'll need an art smock too, but I think it's best to check on the first day.
I see you've been through all this before. I'm just a bit worried about Simon going off to school. In fact, I was quite surprised he went off with your children like that.
Yeah? Well, doing it the second time doesn't really help. You know, to think that your little babies are going to go off and won't need you 24 hours a day is a bit sad. No matter how painful they might be, they leave for school, you realise how much you miss them.
Yeah, well, he seems quite happy.
Oh, he'll be fine. Tired, but fine. Susan, that's my eldest. She decided after the third day she didn't want to know about it anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the first few days were fine, but then she decided she'd had enough. I think the novelty wore off.
Well, what did you do?
Well, I discussed it with the teachers, who were very helpful, and Susan soon settled into the daily routine. She slept in on Saturday mornings, though, which she hadn't done that before. Oh, don't worry. My daughter Susan, she's in grade 2. She'll look after them.
This will probably be your playing area. You're not allowed to squirt. This is the trip where we'll probably go in here. The trip teachers are very nice.
A new school, much larger than a kindergarten, may be quite strange and frightening to a prep child. Most children have probably visited their new school with their kindergarten or through an orientation program. But if you can take them for a visit or a play before school starts, they'll feel more at home on their first day. The teacher will supply most school needs, but do ask if you're not sure of what to send. It's a good idea to provide lunch for the first few weeks, rather than order through the canteen or tuck shop. Most schools don't mind parents staying with their child for a time in their first few days. That's if the child seems anxious about separation. But please discuss this with your child's teacher first, as each school formulates its own policy in accordance with what they feel will most benefit your child. Your child's teacher will go out with the children at recess for the first few days. That's in addition to any other teacher supervising the yard. So your child will be well supervised in his or her new environment.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Susan showing you which are the boys and which are the girls' toilets?
Yes. Simon gave me biscuits. Look, Simon gave me biscuits.
Really? You both got biscuits. Did you say thank you?
Yes.
Good. Oh, David, I'm taking the kids round to Laura's for lunch. Why don't you bring Simon and have a sandwich there?
Oh, for sure, that's all right.
Yep, fine. Now, kids, come here. You mustn't leave the school ground until I come pick you up from the classroom for the first few weeks, okay? Now, it's most important that you don't leave that gate or the school ground until someone you know comes to pick you up, all right?
Okay.
You do that? Good kids, run off. David, often a school needs parents to come and help with hear reading and special excursions and special events, so if you think maybe she's not doing anything you could help, you should let the teachers know, yeah?
Good idea.
Great, okay.
It's important to tell your child to let the teacher know when he or she wants to go to the toilet. Also make sure that your child is able to go to the toilet by him or herself. Your child and the school should both be aware of who will pick up the child from school. And if there are any changes, even for a day, you must let your child and the teacher know.
Now, when you're at school, sometimes you're in the classroom and sometimes you're in the playground. And when you're in the playground, it's called playtime. It's just for a little while. And then, when it's lunchtime, you have a much longer play. So, on your playtime lunch, I put a little smiling face. And then when it's lunchtime, the teacher will tell you, now it is lunchtime, and that's when you eat your sandwiches. So now, you go and you can eat your lunch, and when you're finished, you can go and play. Okay? Simon.
When packing your child's lunch, don't pack too much. And try and include nutritious foods that he or she will like.
I can't believe Josie is starting school already. She is so small.
Yeah, I just hope I've remembered everything.
Should I tell Josie's teacher about her asthma?
Well, did you write it on the card you filled out?
Yes, but should I tell her class teacher also?
Well, the school should tell the teacher, but yes, I would tell the teacher about any emotional or medical problems.
Simon seems to blow hot and cold about school. Some days he's really keen, and others he's quite adamant he doesn't want to go.
Josie is the same, although she doesn't say so.
Yeah, they're all getting on pretty well together now, so that should help in the first few days.
Yeah. Well, look, the teachers are really good about nervous children and parents, and you'll probably find that, you think the first day will go really badly, but it'll go great and you'll feel silly for ever worrying.
Can Glenn or Josie write their own names or anything yet?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. Does she need to know that before she goes to school?
No. Susan's been trying to teach Glenn, and when Susan first started, I nearly went crazy trying to teach her how to count and spell and everything, and it's totally unnecessary because the teachers expect them to have different abilities and knowledge about different things.
But I like to help Josie.
Well, I would suggest that you should ask the teacher's advice on that.
Schools try to be as helpful as possible, so please make them aware of any medical problems or other difficulties that your child may be having. It's also a good idea to let the children know about any major changes in the household. Good communication between the parent and the teacher helps with a greater understanding of the needs of the child. Also, try to arrive at school about 10 minutes before starting time. It's a good habit to get into, and the child starts the day relaxed.
Hurry up, Mummy, I want to go to school.
You've got your bag, your lunch, your hanky. Let's go. Hello, what's your name? Simon. Okay, I'll just get a name tag for you. There you go. Simon. Just put this on so we know who you are all day long. Okay?
Okay, Simon, this way, mate.
Thanks, Simon.
I like playing with my friends. I think the best part of school was when we dressed up. I think the best thing about school is art. I think the best part of school is work. I like the zoo and I like the butterflies because I like all the colours on them. When we have free play. We did work and we played games.
You write, you draw, and you colour in.
I think lunchtime's the best part of school. Going on the monkey bath, going on the slide and things. I like playing on the slide. We colour in and we spell doing maths. We go to money and somebody gets to be the shopkeeper. And then you would buy something with the money. I like to play in the sandpit and on the slide, and I like to draw, and I like to colour in, and I like to make things, and I like to make Christmas things, and like to play chasey, and I like to play ball.